Hello everyone, Paul here to talk about identifying minerals. So two things. First of all, it will be really helpful for you if you have watched my mineral lecture at this point. And then the other thing you're going to need is a kit, a box of minerals. If you have not gotten a box of minerals from me yet, now is the time to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is show you how to identify the minerals that are in your box. Now, I don't want anyone stressing overly much about whether or not they get them right or not. I'm not going to go, oh no, you confused of this with that, and because it's the first time you've ever done this. I am more interested in you having the experience and learning how to do it. If you're going to go on in geology, you're going to take a whole class in nothing but minerals, and you can worry then about whether or not you're getting them right or not, right? What I want you guys to do is just do it, right? Work the process. Okay, you've got a grid. You've actually got 3 grids. So here is one for dark to medium non-metallic minerals. Here is one for light colored non-metallic minerals, and here is one for metallic and submetallic minerals. So the first thing we need to do is pull out a sample, have a look at it, and you need to decide which of these 3 grids you need to be on. Is it dark non-metallic? Is it light non-metallic? Or is it metallic? Now remember that metallic versus non-metallic refers to the mineral property known as luster. And luster is the quality of the light that is reflected off of the mineral, right? Metallic luster means the mineral looks like polished metal. Okay, you dig it out of the ground, you wipe the dirt off of it, and it looks like highly polished metal, or at least polished metal. Okay, most of the minerals that you're going to be dealing with are actually going to be either light or dark colored non-metallic, right? And what I don't want you to do is don't confuse shiny or sparkly with metallic, right? There's a lot of minerals like quartz, for example, that is shiny, but it's not metallic. Okay, in order to be metallic, it needs to look like polished metal. Okay, metallic minerals, oddly enough, frequently have metals in them. Okay, so if it does look metallic, you want to be, cancel, you want to be on this page, right, for metallic and submetallic. Okay, now, so let's stick with this page. So you look at it, and sure enough, it does look like polished metal to some degree anyway. And so now you ask yourself, okay, well, which of these minerals is it? Okay, well, the next thing we need to know is hardness, right? Are we up here with a hardness of equal to or greater than 5.5? Are we maybe somewhere in the middle? Meh. Or are we down here where it's fairly soft with a hardness of less than 5.5? Now, remember from the lecture, which you have hopefully watched, hardness is the resistance of the mineral to scratching, right? Not breaking, not crushing, but that very specific thing, scratching, right? It's measured on Mohs hardness scale, which runs from 1 to 10. 1 is the mineral talc, 10 is the mineral diamond, with lots of things somewhere in between. Okay, now along with your mineral kit, you should have a glass plate. That glass plate has a hardness of about 5.5. So the idea here is that any mineral that scratches the glass will be up here with a hardness of greater than 5.5. Among the metallic minerals, we only have 2 that are unambiguously harder than the glass, pyrite and magnetite. Okay, we have two more that are kind of in the middle. Most of them, though, are softer. Now, I know the glass might be kind of scratched up, so be careful. Have a look at it. Scratch the mineral on the glass. Don't be shy. Dig it in, scratch the mineral, and see if it scratches. Okay, now when you do this as a practical matter, make sure it scratches. Make sure you didn't wipe the mineral off on the glass, right? Make sure it's actually scratching the glass. If the piece that you have is like too scratched up, any piece of glass will work. A glass that you drink out of will generally work. Glass windows will generally work, okay? Just be careful. Glass is sharp when it breaks, okay? But any piece of glass will work, okay? So, if it scratches the glass, then it's going to be up in here. If it doesn't scratch the glass, it's going to be down in here. Okay, so that will help you narrow it down. So you're either up here or down here, right? Then ask yourself, does the mineral have cleavage? Right, now remember that cleavage is the tendency for the mineral to break flat. Okay, there's lots of different kinds, there's lots of different angles, there's all kinds of things about cleavage, okay, but for the purposes of this grid, you really just need to know whether or not it has it, okay, so look at the mineral, look at where it is breaking, okay, and see if it's breaking flat, okay. If it's breaking flat, then you're probably down in here, right? By the way, all you can see here, all of the harder minerals don't really have great cleavage. Okay, so if you come out with a mineral here that is pretty hard, or you think it is, but you also think that it has cleavage, you might want to re-look at both of those things, right? Because just the way this happens to work out, all the hard minerals up here don't really have great cleavage, okay? So let's say that it's soft. Let's say we're down here, okay? And let's say that you look at it and you're like, no, not really. It doesn't seem to have any. It looks like this kind of mineral, okay? So now you're down in here somewhere, okay? I'm going to go ahead and magnify this because, well, I just am. So let's say, you're down in here somewhere, right? You realize that it's soft, doesn't really have any cleavage, right? So the next thing that the grid goes through, let me come up here, is streak. Okay, now, along with the streak plate, along with the glass plate, you also have a streak plate. The streak plate is the little white porcelain plate that I gave you, okay? Streak is the color of the mineral when it has been powdered, right? Now, remember from the lecture that the color of the mineral isn't really diagnostic. That doesn't really help us much, okay? What does help us, though, is the streak, which is, once again, the color of the mineral when it's been powdered, okay? So, scrape the mineral over the streak plate. Don't be shy. Don't just give it a little rub, right? Bear down and really scrape that mineral over that streak plate. You're not going to break the streak plate, and if you do, they're like a penny a piece. I'm not worried about it, okay? Give it a good rubbing and see what you get, okay? And then compare what you get to the color, right? If it's dark gray to black, you're up in here somewhere, okay? If it's yellow-brown, it's goethite. If it's kind of copper, well, it's copper. If it's gold, it's gold. Guys, it's not gold, okay? Nor is it silver, by the way, because no, we don't have those. But it's going to be around in here somewhere, right? And so, and then, say, okay, well, what's the other stuff, right? So, it gives you kind of a general description, blue, green, red, brittle, fracture, etc. Or, color characteristic brownish, right? Because once you get it narrowed down to here, color is kind of useful, right? Dark gray, silvery black, can be scratched with your fingernail, etc., right? So use the hardness, use the cleavage, use the streak to narrow it down a bit, and then, use the description to narrow it down even more, and give me a name, okay? Take a piece of paper, if you would, And as you go through this, write down what you're getting, right? And so, tell me, okay, I thought it was soft, I thought it had excellent cleavage, etc., etc. And then in the end, tell me the name, right? And that way, I'm not. Look, guys, I'm grading you on just doing this. Okay, I'm not going to get all, oh my gosh, no, you don't know the difference between pyrite and magnetite or whatever. Okay, so anyway, so if it is metallic, this is the grid that you're going to use. Most of the minerals, though, are non-metallic, either light colored non-metallic or dark colored non-metallic, right? But it works the same way. The only difference here is we don't worry about streak on the non-metallic minerals. Okay, not usually. Okay, so here it's going to be hardness. Is it hard? Is it scratching glass and up here? Is it soft and down here? And then is it breaking flat? If it is, it's up here somewhere, right? If it's not breaking flat, it's down here somewhere. Use these more general descriptions to see, to narrow it down to a mineral. And once again, just on a piece of paper, write down, I thought it was hard, I thought the cleavage was absent, looked to me, like it had, dark green long stripe, prisms, and so I think it's tourmaline. Awesome. Write that down. You're good to go. Okay. Okay, so once again, make sure you're doing this on the box of minerals, right? Not the box of igneous rocks or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to upload this video and I'm going to upload these grids so that you have them. And have fun with it. Okay, this is actually how geologists do this. We don't, books that we use or resources that we use to identify minerals aren't like bird books. They don't have pictures of minerals in them and we match them. That's not going to do anyone any good. Okay, we really do key them out this way. Okay, hopefully that helps. If it doesn't, let me know and I will be happy to do whatever it takes to get you going on this. Okay, y'all take care. Bye-bye.